Hey guys, hola. So let's first talk about your the the Blanco, the 2019. How was 2019? It was a pretty good vintage, pretty balanced and classic, no?
Yeah, the quality of the 2019 was a fantastic vintage for us. Very good quality. The only problem was the volume. The volume was quite short, maybe around 20-25% less production than the normal vintage. 19 was very good, yes, very good, very balanced. But yes, as Manu was saying, that maybe we didn't have the volume was a little bit short for what we have wanted, yes. But the results are being very good. Yeah.
And your Blanco is normally it's rich, but it always remains quite fresh and balanced. It's not overly wooded.
We used to before we used to make the 100% barrel fermented. Since 3 years ago, we started
since 2016.
16, we start having wooden tanks, having in New York, French oak, and without any on the front label, we take away the barrel fermented because when the people saw the barrel fermented, they were thinking in a strong wine or too much oaky wine. That's why we take and we make something more fresh, citric, nice acidity.
Yes.
Having less oak and working more with the lees. We do a lot of work with the lees, like 3 months doing batonnage weekly.
Yeah, it gives it a nice creamy texture. One thing that I actually realized in the Rioja tasting this year, I tasted about 300 Riojas, and I think a lot of times people, consumers, and even the trade forget how unique Rioja whites are. They always talk about the red, but actually whites are very beautiful wine, and I think that there's a lot more that people should be doing with the whites. Well, just more people should be drinking them because they really have a unique character, a unique texture, and also the different grapes of Viura and the rest, it really takes on wood nicely. So I hope that more people will be drinking them. For example, your white is fantastic, but also I was thinking, wow, it would even be better released in 2 or 3 years with bottle age. It has nice structure. It's almost you're just getting the fruit, but it has a nice structure, just like white Burgundy or any other top white.
Listen, that's true.
Yeah.
From a sales perspective, it's true that we sell it now because people like this kind of balance, between the fruit, the freshness, the alcohol levels. But as you say, when we taste something now, we taste back now something from the 2016, 17, 2 years. It's true that it evolves to more complexity, and it's very good. And to your comments about White Rioja, I think we fully agree that there is still a lot of potential. And for example, the new white we are going to release next year, called the Bodegas Muga white, that still we don't have the label, but that we have produced. It's a work of many years where we have introduced also in that, apart from the Viura, it has higher percentage of Maturana Blanca, for example, also a local grape that gives a lot of, there is not a lot of vineyards of Maturana Blanca, for example, in Rioja, but a very few hectares, but it's very interesting grape.
So I have in my glass the Muga Reserva.
Yeah. But in 17 is different. In 17 we produced only the Muga Reserva. 18 was much better than 17. 17 was very short. It was a nice vintage, but it was very short. That's why we decided to make only the Muga Reserva.
I really like the wine. I just tasted it now, and it has a really nice density and balance and freshness. And 2017 was a hot growing season. I remember it being in the summer in Rioja with you guys and other producers. It was very hot. It really came out nice and balanced and fresh. But with just a touch of that sort of dried fruit in the center palate.
And also take into account that year, even if because of the frost or because the vineyard had suffered more than other years, also all the old and vineyards in higher altitude, all the effort was put into this reserva. Yeah. Okay, so there was less production, but everything concentrated in this reserva.
So 16. Now we're on to the Selección Especial. I like it has very fine linear tannins and nice freshness. It's a little bit, cerrado, a little bit tight, but that's good. Like it needs another year or two of bottle age, but it's already very beautiful.
Yeah.
But listen, I actually poured a glass of the 11 Prado just to try it because I haven't had it. Very powerful. Like, it's delicious now, but it's a wine that has such a long life ahead of it. It's very structured. It's a little bit denser than the 10, right? A little bit like richer.
Yeah. The 11, yes. Yes. Yeah. But those wines we need to, when we taste those wines when we get together again, hopefully soon, or even in 10 years' time, I'm very curious about how these wines are going to evolve.
You've always made very traditional, but also I would say more precise wines than most producers. Do you think that it's important to really maintain the, let's say, heritage and tradition of Rioja in styles of wine and winemaking and not becoming too modern? Do you think you need to really maintain what Rioja's doing?
Well, our philosophy is that. I think we think that one of the great things of Rioja, apart from the variety of styles and the elegance of the style of the wines, and that you can make a lot of different styles. And I think if the important thing is that people make quality. If you want to make something more modern, but keep to the essence also of Rioja, keep the best of the local grapes, and so yes, there is a lot of diversity. But to the point of, we also think that we have the advantage that of experience of many generations, where generation after generation we have made a lot of mistakes, a lot of good things, and that is really an asset for us. And for us, keeping, for example, the how we master the oak, making our own barrels, or doing the rocking by gravity, or fine with the white. I think those things, if it's good for the quality, I think it's good to maintain it, because we also have the knowledge, we have the experience, we have the tradition, and if it's good for the quality, I think it's good to maintain that.
Well, listen, I have to head out. I have to taste some more wines.
Next year, hopefully, we'll taste the Pradonea 14.
Right. Okay, yeah. Espero por eso. Gracias.
Muchas gracias, James.
Un abrazo.
Goodbye.